Test alert. Test alert.
This is the required monthly test of the emergency alert system for the entire state of South Carolina, including all counties, effective until 3:58 p.m.
Oh. Alright, so, I've been having my Sangean HDR15 on WDAV, just on its broadcast, just having it on in case if it were to get an alert while it's doing its normal programming of classical music. And I'll talk about that later on, but, I was actually, well, I guess I'll talk about it now. I was actually going to have this phone, my secondary iPhone, by my speaker of the HDR15 if I were to, say, randomly catch a weekly test on this, which so far I haven't, but just as I was laying down, I actually got jump scared by this, for not what I was expecting, but instead a monthly test for South Carolina, which I've never known of WDAV actually doing. Well, at least I haven't known. I'm still new to learning about what alerts WDAV does and also what areas they do them for. But like, I would just assume that they will only do stuff for North Carolina, since most of the Charlotte metro is within North Carolina. That's what I would assume about WDAV, but yeah, now I'm just actually finding out that they actually do stuff for South Carolina as well. And speaking of this, I had this recording audio for, I'd say a good couple of hours by now, so me thinking I was going to get a weekly test, not actually getting a monthly test. So hopefully you heard good audio on this just before I would hit record on this phone which I'm recording that you're seeing now. WDAV. And one other thing that I'd like to pull in about this monthly test for South Carolina. So aside from me just catching this, the voice in which you just heard for the monthly test is what I deem to be unusual as far as what they would use, because the voice that you just heard for this test was or is associated with EMNet. EMNet being a software that is used for originating words. Now, as far as them using that as the voice, that's normally not what South Carolina does. What South Carolina would normally do, usually, is that still generally use this voice here.
This is a monthly test of the emergency alert system. This is a coordinated monthly test of the broadcast station.
Though what you just heard early on in this video for this capture was more of this through EMNet.
This is the required monthly test of the emergency alert system for the entire state of South Carolina.
So, for that to not normally be what South Carolina uses, that I found unusual. But nonetheless, WDAV definitely gave me something that I wasn't even expecting at all. Because yes, I did have this recording through that speaker for hours. But not for this though.